Hello folks, I'm Shabi Tawfiq. Welcome to the new tutorial on how to program in C#. Today we are going to speak about the .NET framework and how you will execute your code and how to interact with the code that you write. The .NET framework is a protective bubble that around your application. It prevents you from worrying about things like allocating and deallocating memory of your variables. In some cases, it protects users' machine from unauthorized access to certain resources, like hard drive, documents, and data. It has some benefits to both the developer and the user. So we are going to discuss today all that works. So let's start debugging. And when you write a C-sharp code on order for the code to be executed and to do something, it has to be compiled. That's a necessary phase that every developer should do. There is a process called compilation that converts your main and your human readable C-sharp into a machine readable code. It's just too simple conversion between two languages, one of the humans and the other from the system. The result of compilation is a file called assembly. Assembly is a file created and generated by the compilation. And there is two types of an assembly. There is the AXI files and the DLL files. The AXI files extensions mean that it's executable. That is mean you can find it on your own PC, on the projects and the Explorer, and just by double click and something will begin to happen after your double click. Otherwise, the DLL file it stands for Dynamic Length Library. It usually means that some code will be used by more one application and will be accessible by more of one application. So the entire compilation process happened in two phases. The first phase happens when you begin debugging or you begin compile your application. When you begin debugging, the debug version of the assembly is added to the debug folder on your project. The release version of the assembly is created and the released file will be created in the release folder of your application. It's too simple management of our resources generated by the .NET framework. What is the difference between both of them? It's too simple difference. The debug version of the assembly has an initial information added to the assembly to enable the version of Studio IDE to participate in the execution of the application. In debug mode, during the compilation process, the compiler is an application that takes your C-sharp code and turns it into this file and does few things during this process. So the compiler is just a simple converter and just a little application that compile our work. That's what we call compilation. First of all, it takes sure that you didn't make any obvious mistake and there is certain errors that the compiler will force them and force you to correct them in order to complete your execution of your work. Once you pass that, check it converts your C-sharp code into a different language called the Common Intermediate Language, or which we can call the CLL. The first step that the compiler add some bootstrap code to the .NET runtime. That code that whenever you double click on that AXI file, it will be then charged by the bootstrap to the .NET runtime. So it loads your AXI file into it. All of that we just speak about is just the first step on the compilation process. The second step of the compilation is called JIT, or just on the compilation, or we can just call it JIT. With .NET, you don't have to worry about all the low levels details like the hard drive or the hardware configurations or the operating system. Jet optimized all that for you. It is just a big win for the developers to optimize all that work, and it's a great and a huge benefits for developer to use the .NET framework. So that compile the best version based on your Windows version, your hardware, and all the lower level details. I know that it's not an easy thing to memorize all those new informations and to work with the .NET, but by step, together we will learn how to work with it, how to memorize all those new words. Just we need to work together. With hard work, you will be an excellent and you will be a professional C# developer. Thank you so much. I'm Shabi Tawfiq. See you in the next tutorial. Thank you so much. We reached 100 subscribers by the end of the last week. Thank you so much. I'm Shabi Tawfiq. Don't forget to subscribe and to share my YouTube videos and to your Facebook profiles. Thank you so much.